Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In today's video I'd like to use our MTPRT add-ons for NinjaTrader 7, which is what you're looking at here, to then see how we managed to trade on the USE minis yesterday, which was Tuesday the 8th of September. And this is what we had on our charts yesterday. I'll start off by looking at a 3-minute chart of the ES. Firstly, you can see we actually had a buy set up here at the low of the day, so that was a nice trade to take. But before we get started with that, I want to just show you what the large degree trend was yesterday, because it's important to gauge what the large degree trend was. First of all, our STF indicator was blue, indicating the large degree trend was up, and I've got our gap indicator on the chart as well, and here you can see it said an outside gap up. Normally outside gaps tend to continue, and that's exactly what we'd be looking for yesterday. So after the outside gap up came in, then we'll be looking for the trend to continue. Because the indicator was relative to the previous day, which was a holiday, we'd then probably want to make sure that the gap up was actually still a gap up relative to the previous day's trading, which it was. So that means it was actually valid. I'll just take that indicator off the charts just so we have a little bit more space. I'll just remove that gap one. And there we go, we can now look at the charts a little bit better. So let's have a look at doing some analysis on this. You can see there was our buy setup. Let's right mouse click over the blue buy bar, do analysis. This gives us our position sizing, which means we keep our initial risk small, under control. In this case, a 2% risk of a sample $20,000 account. The market rallied up quite nicely, almost reached the profit target which we have here later in the day, but definitely reached it just before close here, where the profit would have been 5.8R, or in other words 5.8 times greater than the initial risk. There was also a TS2 buy setup a bit later in the day. If you had wanted to take that as well, again in the direction of the large degree trend, that would have been a 2R profit as well, which would have been very nice. But the main trade I wanted to look at was this TS3 buy setup. I also like this particular trade because of the volume. You can see we have a red volume bar down here. This is our VSA or volume spike analysis, where we look at bars that have unusually high volume, particularly when they are going through previous psychological highs and lows. So here this bar went down through this previous low here on high volume, failed to follow through and reverse at our TS3 buy setup. That also gave us confidence that professionals were stepping in and starting to buy the market, and that indicated also that the market was likely to have a strong rally. So that gave us added confidence in our buy setup to then go long to take advantage as the market rallied for the rest of the day. It was a bit choppy to start with, but as you can see here, we did reach our target very nicely. So what a great place to actually take a long trade from, pretty much the low of the day, and take profit pretty much at the high of the day. Let's have a look at the NQ. The NQ, we didn't have any automatic setups, but the low of the day came in here about 1:30, and if we go back to the previous pivot, which was here, place our DP off there, you can see that the low of the day came at that DP level as well. But the best one I've saved to last was the YM. If we look at the YM, there was our TS3 buy setup. We're also a gap up as well, same as the ES. We're also on a large degree uptrend with our blue STF. We're also on our VSA volume spike analysis bar here as well. And let's have a look at the analysis on this particular trade. There's the analysis on our blue buy bar. Again, correct position size and keeping the initial risk small, under control. And look where the profit target was. Right up there, perfectly nailing the high of the day for you. So that would have been your trade. Long from pretty much the low of the day, or offer a signal off the low of the day to take profits at pretty much the high of the day. Our sell setups here would have been ignored because the large degree trend was up, and the profit, as you can see, was approximately 6.4R, or 6.4 times greater than initial risk. So what an absolutely amazing trade to be long there, hold it all the way up to the end of the day. So you couldn't have really done any better as a day trader. There's also an opportunity to pyramid here. If you'd wanted to, you may wanted to take profit at the typical wave 3 WPT if you thought that was actually a wave 3 coming in here. And if I actually right mouse click here and place the Elliott waves on, you can see this actually found it as a 1, 2, 3. I'll just clear everything off here. You can see it found it as a 1, 2, 3. So you may have wanted to take profit of that particular area. If you had have done, I'll put the analysis back on, grab the risk reward and take it up to that area, it would have been approximately 5R. Or if you'd held it into the higher time frame target that we saw earlier, you may well have been coming up around these levels at almost 10R profit. So that would have been very nice indeed. But let's not worry about that. Let's just focus on this initial trade here, where we were long from pretty much the low of the day, holding long and taking profit at pretty much the high of the day. If you're using our trade module in the Pro edition of our MTP add-ons, you can see that this was all taken account of here for your trade management, and entering the trade would have been very easy, because once the position sizing is placed on a trade, all this information is then pre-populated in our trade module, so you'll just have to hit trade, and then it would have actually done the correct orders for you as well. And as you can see, it would have actually had its profit target, there we go, at the high there as well. So 16,483 would have been the high there as well. So all the orders would have been placed for you. So all in all, well, an absolutely amazing day for MTPredictor yesterday. I mean, you couldn't have done much better as a day trader to be having a buy signal off what was the low of the day, and then the profit target there, taking profit at what was pretty much the high of the day, all for a profit of 6.4 times greater than initial risk. So a great example of MTPredictor in action, and well, what a great day for MTPredictor yesterday, which was Tuesday the 8th of September.